You know, there's so much of American history that I think we don't know, and I put myself on that list a lot. And the Korean War was something that had always kind of stayed at arm's length for me. I knew it was an important event, but I didn't know that much about it. So I started doing some reading on it, and lo and behold, there's the story of this battle, the battle at Chosin Reservoir, that many people say is arguably the toughest, the most brutal battle that any American troops have ever been in throughout our whole history. And you know, it wasn't a dramatic victory like the landing at D-Day, but it was a heroic escape, really, with a vastly outnumbered group of Marine and Army soldiers in the dead of the most bitterest cold winter. And it just was such a strong human drama, and I was just looking at the calendar, knew that we didn't have that much more time before a lot of these veterans were not going to be available. And so it's really a witness-driven story told by the people who were there, who endured this. And I can tell you that it may have happened, 66 years ago, but it's alive for these people as if it happened last week. I think it was a moment that we often say that Vietnam, in a way, was a wake-up call to the limitations of America's power in the world. But I think Korea was actually prior to that, showed us that there was a lot of assumed victory in MacArthur's approach to the Korean War. We had been victorious just years earlier in World War II. We had never really lost a conflict of this scale and size before, and I think it was a real shock to the system that American power had limitations, and that knowing your enemy, knowing the situation better than we did, was basically going to come into play very soon thereafter in Vietnam as well.